A pivotal moment has unfolded in Burkina Faso, sparking intense debate and raising profound questions about the nation's political trajectory. The transitional government, led by Captain Ibrahim Traoré, has officially dissolved the country's independent electoral commission. This body, historically tasked with safeguarding the integrity of national elections, now sees its responsibilities transferred directly to the Ministry of Territorial Administration. This decision is not merely an administrative change, it is a profound political maneuver that demands careful, informed analysis, particularly for citizens, international observers, students, and political analysts alike. To truly grasp the weight of this development, we must first contextualize it within Burkina Faso's complex political history. Since gaining independence, the nation has navigated a challenging path marked by periods of both democratic aspiration and military intervention. The establishment of an independent electoral commission, or CINI, was a hard-won achievement designed to instill public confidence and ensure transparency in a political landscape often fraught with instability. Its dissolution, therefore, is not just a procedural shift, but a significant departure from established democratic norms. Captain Traoré's government, which came to power through a coup in September 2022, has consistently articulated a vision centered on national sovereignty and self-determination. This narrative often frames Western-style democratic institutions as ill-suited or even detrimental to African realities, particularly in the face of pressing security challenges. The official justification for dissolving the Electoral Commission cited inefficiency and corruption, suggesting a need to streamline governance and eliminate perceived obstacles to national progress. However, this explanation has been met with skepticism by many, who view it as a strategic consolidation of power rather than a genuine reform. Captain Traoré's supporters and many citizens resonate deeply with his emphasis on sovereignty, particularly in a nation grappling with persistent insecurity and perceived external interference. They argue that traditional democratic frameworks, often influenced by foreign models, have failed to deliver stability or genuine self-governance. For them, the dissolution of the Electoral Commission is not an erosion of democracy, but a necessary step towards building truly indigenous institutions that serve Burkina Faso's unique needs. This perspective often highlights the perceived hypocrisy of international bodies that advocate for democracy while, in their view, failing to adequately support nations battling existential threats like terrorism. This move is seen by some as consistent with Traoré's broader agenda, which includes efforts to diversify international partnerships, reduce reliance on former colonial powers, and assert greater control over national resources. Initiatives such as the nationalization of certain mining assets, the termination of military agreements with France, and the promotion of Pan-Africanist ideologies are cited as evidence of a genuine commitment to national liberation. From this viewpoint, the Electoral Commission's dissolution is another facet of a comprehensive strategy to reclaim national destiny, ensuring that future elections, when they occur, are managed by a system truly accountable to the Burkina people, free from external influence or manipulation. While the rhetoric of sovereignty holds significant appeal, a prudent analysis necessitates a careful examination of the potential risks and long-term implications of this decision. The primary concern revolves around the erosion of institutional checks and balances. An independent electoral body serves as a neutral arbiter, ensuring fairness, transparency, and public trust in the electoral process. By transferring these responsibilities to a government ministry, the line between the state and the electoral administration becomes blurred, raising legitimate questions about impartiality. This lack of an independent oversight mechanism could significantly undermine the credibility of any future elections, regardless of their outcome. International organizations, including ECOWAS and the African Union, have consistently emphasized the importance of a clear and timely return to constitutional order. The dissolution of the Electoral Commission, particularly without a clear, credible alternative framework for managing elections, could be interpreted as a delayed tactic or even a move away from the promised transition to civilian rule. This could lead to increased international isolation, sanctions, and a further strain on diplomatic relations, potentially impacting vital humanitarian aid and development assistance. For citizens, the absence of an independent body could foster distrust, fuel political polarization, and even create conditions for future instability, as grievances over electoral integrity may find no legitimate avenue for resolution. Burkina Faso now stands at a critical juncture, facing a complex interplay of national aspirations, security imperatives, and democratic principles. The dissolution of the Electoral Commission forces a fundamental debate. Can a nation truly assert its sovereignty and rebuild its institutions without robust, independent mechanisms for accountability and democratic participation? This question is not unique to Burkina Faso. It resonates across many African nations grappling with similar challenges. The international community, while respecting national sovereignty, also has a vested interest in promoting stability and adherence to democratic principles, which are often seen as foundational for long-term peace and development. For the citizens of Burkina Faso, the immediate future presents both hope and uncertainty. The desire for a strong, self-reliant nation is palpable, yet the path to achieving it must be carefully navigated to avoid sacrificing fundamental rights and institutional integrity. For students and analysts, this situation offers a compelling case study in the complexities of post-colonial state building, the tension between security and democracy, and the evolving definitions of sovereignty in the 21st century. The coming months will reveal whether Captain Traoré's bold move paves the way for a truly independent and stable Burkina Faso, or if it inadvertently sets the stage for further political turbulence. Captain Ibrahim Traoré's decision to dissolve Burkina Faso's Independent Electoral Commission is a defining moment, reflecting a deep-seated desire for national sovereignty and a rejection of what some perceive as failed foreign models. While this move resonates with many who seek a truly African-defined path, it also carries significant risks for democratic accountability and the nation's promised transition to civilian rule. The implications extend far beyond Burkina Faso's borders, influencing regional stability and the broader discourse on governance in Africa. We urge all stakeholders, Burkinabe citizens, regional bodies, international partners, and civil society organizations to engage in constructive dialogue. It is imperative to demand clarity on the new electoral framework, advocate for transparency, and ensure that any future electoral process genuinely reflects the will of the people. Your voice matters. Stay informed, participate in discussions, and hold leaders accountable. The future of Burkina Faso, and indeed the trajectory of African self-determination, hinges on a delicate balance between asserting sovereignty and upholding the fundamental principles of inclusive governance. I urge you to subscribe to the channel, like and share so that you won't miss any upcoming videos on issues that affects the continent and the world.